Hey guys, and welcome back to Minecraft. Today we are back here in survival as usual, and I want to do a bit of a talking episode. I've seen quite a few videos coming out from different Minecrafters today because it's sparked by a thread over on the subreddit for Minecraft that was why do you play Minecraft? So why do I play Minecraft? I figured it'd be kind of cool video to kind of just talk about that and do a little bit of planning. So we got this great big plains area over here. I started laying out the whatchamacallit, the fairgrounds, if you want to call it that, or market or something area like that. So I started laying that out here, just kind of planning how large it's going to be. I think it'd be cool to have it kind of coming in right here and going out over that way. But anyways, I figured this would be a great opportunity to get some planning done, and then we can kind of work on all this stuff going here. So anyways, right here, I want to do like a house or something like this. I thought it'd be cool to have like another little like tavern inn or something, because we have the small one that's kind of that gray roof right there, and we need another one right over here. So I figured it'd be a cool idea to do something like that, so we can kind of start laying that out. But anyway, so getting back to the question, which I'm really curious for you guys to respond as well in the comments. So let me know what you guys think about, like, why do you play Minecraft? What keeps you so interested? And like, why do you keep coming back, basically? Because Minecraft is one of those games where people just kind of keep coming back. And so I guess to start out for me, there's four main parts. It's like the art style of it, where you can kind of, you create your own art. Like this is an art style, like we're using pixels basically. Each block is a pixel, and you're trying to create this 3D pixel art, which I think is really cool. And then beyond that, there is a lot of, sorry, I'm trying to think about where I want to shape this out to. Let's try 5. But yeah, so anyway, so the art style is just all that pixel art, which I think is really cool to begin with. And beyond that, we have it's like there's limitless, like it's pixel art, like it's art, you can do whatever you want with it. It's really whatever you want to make out of it, you can make it as long as you put your mind to it, which I think is awesome. An entrance right about in here, that'd be pretty cool. We could do like a little stable or something right over here and do a little diagonal stable added on. But anyway, so we got our art style, and it's limitless, where you can kind of do whatever you want. And then beyond that, it's like, for me, it's really relaxing. There's no PvP on our server. It's just kind of us building here, doing our own thing. And I find that really, really relaxing and just kind of something to pass the time. Because a lot of other games I play, like you guys hear me talk about every once in a while, is World of Warcraft. I do a lot of really competitive level of raiding and things like that with some IRL friends. Maybe the entrance right there doesn't work. So that's always really, really competitive. Minecraft for me is that place where I can come and relax and just kind of hang out and chill and play some blocks down and make some cool stuff. And then there's always another big part of it for me is there's always kind of that goal in sight. You always have that one, like we have our building right here. We know what our building's going to be. We know how we're going to do it, or we don't, but we know like when this build's finished, there's a sense of accomplishment. And I really, really like that idea behind it. Kind of where you always have that like sense of achievement when you build something. Like we built all this, like, all of this we built by ourselves. We reformed the terrain, we did all this, and it looks really cool. And so it's just kind of those little senses of accomplishment and that you can complete something, and I really, really like that aspect of it. So kind of going back into, so that's kind of brief overview of kind of all these different things. But so like with the art style, like we were talking about, like there's all these different styles. We're doing a very medieval style here. I've definitely learned a lot on how to style things out and plan things, and definitely for myself as like a builder and now making YouTube videos, definitely have improved a lot of things. I've built up a lot of confidence in my builds and things like that, and just kind of general ability and things like and how to build. And I've learned a lot of like history and things like that, of old art styles, architectural styles, and just different things that people did when building that I wouldn't have learned otherwise. Like I wouldn't have gone out to research how to do all those old builds and how to do all the for a while I was really interested in like Mediterranean styles. Like one of my big plots over back when I used to play on Revand, that was gonna be my Grand Architect's plot was towards like a Mediterranean style and trying to get that in there. So that was always something like I had to go and do a lot of research for that and kind of figure out what I was talking about or what I was doing there to make it look cool and realistic and fun and stuff like that. So it's just, I've learned a lot. I've definitely done a lot of things like that. So it's allowed me to really kind of expand my knowledge level while still playing a game. And I think that's a really cool idea. And what are we going to do back here? Thinking this is going to be houses because it's not really a good spot for a field. So we could do kind of, we have our little town center over there. We could do another one like right kind of here. That'd be kind of cool. Have another little gathering area right in that area. And this is going to be a field. This is going to be a field right here for sure. Probably with the entrance over there or something. I don't really know. But then we can throw another house right in here. But yeah, so we got that. Just kind of the art styles and learning all the new architectural styles. And like you pick up a lot of fun facts. I really enjoy fun facts. And you learn a lot of them like through researching like why Nordic cultures built their roofs the way they did was because the snow would fall off. Like that's where the A-frame style roof came from. Just things like that that you would never really would have learned without it. And I really like learning that kind of stuff. It's just interesting to me. And so through kind of playing the game, I've been able to build up that knowledge of like fun facts, as you might call them, or whatever you want to call them. But that's always been super interesting to me. Let's put a road kind of going back into this. Let's do like another, I have like a horseshoe maker or something back here. I'm just gonna kind of blandly plot this out for now. But yeah, so we kind of have all that different style and what we're working with and just like learning all the different things. And that's one of the big aspects for me of why I keep playing. And beyond that, it's like, so we have our art style, we have all that kind of stuff. Like I used to be really big into drawing and art classes and things like that. Like last summer I took an art course, just like graphite drawing, and I had a lot of fun with it. And just being able to kind of transfer those skills that I learned in that class into Minecraft was really cool. Just kind of it transferred over really well just because it's about planning and design and where you're going to place things in space. Like you try and turn your 2D piece of paper into like a 3D looking art, like piece of art. So that for me was always really interesting, and then transferring that over into here. I was doing that a lot when I was working with Conquest Reforged and really trying to plan out different art styles through the creative styling, and was really interesting to me. Now we're over here in survival, so it's a bit more different, I'd say. It's a bit more unique to what we're doing because there's a lot of personal planning and gathering and things like that, which kind of for me is the relaxing part. So it really is just kind of doing all the stuff that you want to do, and you can do it at any rate you want, whether it's going to plant a bunch of saplings or wherever, so you can go back and later chop down all the trees, you can get all the wood. It's just like you can mindlessly plant stuff and just kind of let your brain just relax and not really worry about anything. I'm gonna comb this hill back a little bit more, I think. And you can really just kind of let yourself just kind of do whatever you want, and you know that it's still getting you somewhere. Sorry about that. But yeah, so it's just kind of whatever you do in survival, for example, you're always working towards something. You're always working towards finishing a build. You're always working towards trying to create a new style. You're always working towards just something, and you can clearly see that progression as you go, which is, for me, that's a huge part of it. That's a big part of why I really enjoy the survival aspect now, because I felt like in creative I was getting, when I really liked my builds, at least this is the original reason why I left Ravan, is I felt like I was building something that I thought was really cool. And I was really, really proud of it. Like the Mediterranean plot I mentioned earlier, where I learned so much about it and really felt that I portrayed the style that I was trying to portray. And the plot ended up not getting G-Arc because the style didn't match up with what the reviewers for the plot thought of meant for a good Mediterranean style. And purely because I branded it as Mediterranean, it didn't get accepted, more or less. And so that really frustrated me. Probably gonna have like a wool work yard right in here with like a little garden or something. I think that'd be good. I don't want to throw another building in there when we don't have to. Yeah, this would be a really cool spot when we get that going. But so that's kind of like why I'm now really attached to the survival aspect. Granted, if when Reforged gets this next update out, I'll probably start up a series doing some creative stuff again, just because it'd be fun, but more of what I want to build and not really caring, and hoping you guys enjoy it as we go, and it'd work out pretty cool, I hope. But like, it's more of like, for me, survival is like, if you build cool stuff in survival, people are always like, wow, that's awesome, but it's never like, it's like some stuff, yeah, it looks less detailed, but it's like when you pull off something that's like this kind of stuff right here that I'm building a lot of here in like creative style stuff with all the extra blocks and whatnot that we have available to us through Reforged and metadatas or whatever you want to call it. This stuff would be pretty bland in comparison, but like here it's unique, it's cool, it's like the style, it's like its own style. So that's why I really like this aspect of it, because it's pretty simple, but it still gets the job done, more or less, and I think that's really cool. What are we doing up here? I don't know. What's going up here? It's a pretty cool spot for a mill, maybe. But we'd have to put wheat fields over here. I don't know. We'll leave that spot up there for now. I think right in this area, we're going to do another farmhouse, though, and kind of a field up in this area. But so beyond kind of all that kind of stuff, like it's like, for me, a big part of it, I don't know if you guys play Stardew Valley. It's a game that came out a while ago, indie game. It was published by Chucklefish. And it was one guy, he made the game over a few years, just kind of programming by himself. I think he worked in a movie studio while doing it. But he just made this game that was really about small, simple goals. You're running your own little farm. And every single day you wake up, you have your certain jobs you have to do. You have to water your crops, you have to go give hay to your animals and all that different stuff. You just kind of have those little goals right there. But as long as you do that, every single day that you end, you feel accomplished and you feel like you did something. And for me, that's kind of what Minecraft is. Like, we didn't build all this in one day. Like, and it's not even finished yet. Like, we have all this great open green space right here that we want to turn into be a part of the hamlet. But like earlier today, I was bored, so I was working on the house right over there. I got the outside of the house done, cool, and it's all textured up, great. There's 2 check boxes right there off of completing the build. 1, design it. 2, texture the outside, and 3 for me is usually doing the interiors. And then I kind of figure out if I need to change anything, if I want to add a little bit more space to the interior or whatever it is. But for me, that's a really big part of it, and I think that's a huge part that I've kind of adopted the mind. Not everybody sees it that way in Minecraft, but since I played Stardew, I really kind of adopted that mindset and brought that over into here. And for me, I felt like that was a great idea, and now I'm able to really play this game and take it in the small doses and be like, okay, I might not have gotten a lot done, but something was there. I did something in Minecraft today. Like, I was able to do this, complete this little build or whatever. Like, today we're planning out things. Like, I've been kind of waiting on doing this whole area for a long time, and now I can kind of just look around and be like, all right, well, now I have a list of projects to go do when I'm bored or when I want something new. So what we're working on right here, actually, is going to be a little fort. So I figured we have this river that kind of borders the edge of it. We have this big, strong bridge here, and we have the smaller bridge over there. And I figured we needed a little fort, because like we have the monastery way over there, but still, this whole area is pretty defenseless. And I was thinking a little fort right here, and kind of a keep kind of thing up in that area. I'm not too sure on that, but I really like that where the mountain comes down. Let's go check this out really quick. And we'll just kind of keep talking and going forward. But so kind of like, I really want to know what you guys think about all this. Like, what keeps you guys playing the game? Because there's obviously a lot of you guys playing this game, and you watch of the guys who are subscribed here and girls and whoever. You guys all watch me play the game. You all play the game. So like, what keeps you guys playing? I'm really curious to see what you guys say in the comments about all of it. And it's just kind of like, so anyways, up here, like this fort would be pretty cool, like a big tower up there, solid wall right in that area, and kind of expanding up the mountain and making this probably a little bit steeper than it actually is. But I just thought it'd be kind of a cool spot to build something, maybe a little bit fantasy style with like a wizard tower at the top of this one would be pretty cool. And just something we can kind of do to spice up this side of the region, because we have a big monastery over there, and I feel like this hamlet is getting pretty big more than enough to just support what's in the monastery and the people living here. So we have all these different fields and things, so we might as well add something. But yeah, so let's finish out planning this fort. We can just fly back over there and kind of go from there. And I think we'll finish planning out this fort, and that'll be it today. So let's jump right back into this and we can get this finished up here. What I'm thinking is we'll have a little small tower here, and we'll have, I'm actually going to bring this guy back, like a little side interior barracks in this area. That'd be really flat. Let's kind of do that. So we can kind of do that and branch this out a bit. And let's see, how long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go 9. And we can kind of bring that back in and kind of round that corner off a little bit, kind of going with our same style that we have everywhere else. I really want to build this fort still in that kind of shanty, thrown together brick style that we have going on, but obviously a little bit more fortified than everything else here. So I want to have like an open area for sure. It's going to be pretty dark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to have it kind of 5 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'd be kind of like that. And then we'll bring the walls. These ones are just going to go straight. And I'm going to sleep real quick and I'll be right back with you guys on the other side. Alright, so here we are back in the morning. And we'll finish up the design real quick. So kind of what we have going on, it just like, looks almost like a Pac-Man face that's really, really wide open, I guess. But so we'll bring this guy over and I'm gonna kind of bring you out. So that side has a little like 2x2 walkway. And we can kind of bring it out like this, and then probably bring this guy across here, maybe. But let's see. We have a little open courtyard right here, and then we can have our entrance into the area over here, and there's our entrance into the little tower. Maybe, actually no, we won't have an entrance right there. Actually, yes we will. This is gonna be like a storage area down below, and what we can use is this area right here as a way to get up onto like a rampart that kind of goes around here and over that side. And then we can have a second story that's still closed off here and then goes into that's where you can get in the tower and then go up to the tippy top, which will probably be like a third story that's just the tower. Well, anyways guys, that's gonna be all I have time for today. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about where we're going and like why you guys play Minecraft, kind of what the purpose of this video is for. And so let me know in the comments what you guys thought about that, and I will see you guys next time.